Yeah. It belongs in baseball TikToks. Yeah. Head to the back and I'm stepping with a purpose. Grip on the bat, yeah, you know I get to working. B-Shack swing, got the whole field nervous. Pitch coming fast, but I'm turning it to circus. Crack of the bat, yeah, you heard that sound. Send it to the fence, now they looking around. Coach like, damn, how you hitting like that? I just point down like B-Shack got me now. I don't chase hits, I create that contact. Barrel it up, let me show you the math. Launch angle perfect, I'm sending it back. Out of the park, yeah, I'm stacking them stats. From the cage to the game, I don't never fall off. Every swing dialed in, I don't never feel lost. Hindsight, low away, it don't matter at all. If it's coming my direction, then it's leaving the yard. That's B-Shack swing, that's B-Shack power. Put the time in, now it's game time out. They was talking big, now they real quiet. One swing change, that our whole team fire. Sign me a deal, put my name on the check. If you stepping on the mound, better come with your best. I don't miss twice, I adjust and connect. Now they watching every move like I'm next up, babe.
Welcome into the Scene Project Sports Network. You are here tonight for 7, 8, 9. It is our weekly baseball roundtable. I'm joined, as always, by my host, Big B. What's happening, B?
Nothing much, man. Got some yard work done before the rain came, but now it's time to sit down and talk a little diamond. So
that's right. Well, and we got all kinds of diamond talk for you, from the baseball to the softball. We're going to be talking about all of it. Let's bring in Coach first and get a little update on the vacation. I see palm trees.
How we doing, fellas?
We're doing good, Coach. How about you?
Man, no complaints. I'm loving this Florida weather, and just trying to soak it all in before I got to go back to reality.
All right. Yeah, I was half surprised you didn't say that you got a job down there already. Let's get Pods in here, our Golden State correspondent. What's going on, Pods?
Not much, man. Hey, Coach.
How we doing, man?
Long time no see.
I know, right?
Yeah, so I take it the weather's treating him well. I am surprised he hasn't gotten a job down there yet. You'd think he'd be like,
you know,
these beaches.
Honestly, and I'm not even lying, downstairs in the lobby, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, man, I could have gotten a job and worked like 5 days, gotten a quick paycheck. Like, it did go through my mind.
Well, and special guest tonight on the show, Shady. What's going on, brother?
What's up, boys?
What's going on? We got a full house.
I like
we
it.
do.
I like it. It's good to be back home, man. It's good to see everybody. It's been a little while. We were obviously.
It's only been a couple of days for us there, Bubba.
Right. Well, and we finally got to meet in person, and a hell of a way to do it, I would say. Meet me in the parking lot of the stadium, and let's go to work. Pretty great time, and I think that's probably a great place to start. I'm going to pull these other hooligans off the stage. Me and B are going to rap a little bit about this game. B, we just got back from Minnesota. We were up there covering the Unreal Celebrity Softball game to benefit the Thielen Foundation. Your first time calling a game, getting to put some really big names out there and to call something of that magnitude. Now, granted, it's a charity. It's an exhibition game. But these are real-time, big-time players from the Minnesota Vikings. What was it like for you in that experience? And then I'll follow up with some of mine as well.
Well, I mean, like you said on Rap's podcast, well, shout out to him. I kind of threw it out there just as jokingly, hey, let's try to get here. And you did your magic. You waved the magic wand. You got us press passes for myself, you, Danielle, Cody, who backed out. But no, the experience was great. I got to say the night before was kind of nerve-wracking. Even though it was a charity softball game, I still wanted it to be professional. We got to do the press conference beforehand with Adam Thielen and CJ Ham. Got to ask them a couple questions based on, what's retirement like now that they're out of it. What do they expect in the charity softball game? I asked Thielen what his thoughts were or what was going through his mind the first time he put on the Panthers jersey, because it wasn't a Minnesota jersey that he grew up playing for from Pee-wees all the way up. So he said it was a different experience, but a good experience for him. And then to get to set up in the press box and call the home run derby was great. Seeing, I think it was Bo Richter that had just the shot of the night that I think hit the warning track in the air. And then our guy, Van Ginkel, won the home run contest. Then we got to the game, and it was a slugfest. I mean, it was good. It was weird calling those names, and it was also weird hearing PA do it. Yeah, I got mine somewhere too. But
what was it like throwing one of these on for the first time?
Oh, it was great. I got it. It's probably out hanging up still, but no, just to call the game and also to call a game-winning shot. Adam Thielen ended the game with the home run. I think that was kind of cool. Got to throw a Jose Canseco reference in there because somebody in right field bounced the ball off the glove and then went over the fence. And then shout out to the little kids that were out there hustling around those balls during the home run practice. Some of those kids made some great plays. And then in the game, you brought up the new defensive back, I think it was, that made some outlandish plays. Yeah. And then we had a scary moment when you were up in the press box with me when JJ had a shot rope. JJ Jefferson was pitching and had a hard grounder coming back up to him, and he went to go barehanded. And me and Bubba's heart.
Yeah. Like, no.
Yeah, me and Bubba's heart stopped for a second there, and then he pulled his hand up
to come SmackDown.
Yeah, but
I want to bring the guys in, and I want them to kind of interview you a little bit here, B. So I'm going to bring in Pods. I'm going to take myself off the stage, but I'm here listening. So, Pods, any questions from you for B in his first, stint as the play-by-play broadcaster of the Minnesota Vikings charity softball?
Well, B, I got 3 simple questions for you.
Yeah.
1, did you have fun?
Oh, it was a blast from the moment we got checked in. Right before the press conference, me and Bubba were kind of joking. Danielle, we're all just standing there, and then, no, it was a great experience.
Okay. And then 2, like, getting to be around these guys that you have been, watching on the Minnesota Vikings as a fan, like, when you first got up in that press box and you looked at that call sheet, were you for a second even just like, holy crap, I'm doing this? Yeah, no,
it was, when we got the rosters in our packet, and, I mean, it even started, sitting, 3-4 feet away from, Adam Thielen and in the presser. And then getting up there and sitting in the press box and, just thinking of all the guys that, I listened to call games, from Harry Carey to, Herb Carneal to, Joe Buck, and just to be able to do what they do was just an honor. And then, like you said, just looking at the call sheet, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to be saying J.J. McCarthy. I'm going to be saying Brian O'Neill. I'm going to be saying Dallas Turner. Justin Jefferson was a surprise. He wasn't there, he was there, but it was a surprise. All those were just, it was just moment. I can't wait to do it again.
And my last question to you, my friend, is at any point during the tournament or during the game, did you feel like, oh man, I might throw up because of the nerves?
No, I didn't get that. I mean, I was nervous. I didn't get it nauseous. I mean, I took it within a week. But what got me kind of anxious is I accidentally kicked the plug out of the wall for the laptop, and it went down like about 10 minutes later, and trying to get a hold of Bubba and trying to get back online. So there's like about a
tiny bit of panic.
Yeah, I was panicking. I'm just like, oh my God, I just lost the feed, and trying to get Bubba. He and got back on. I'm just like, it's not loaded. And then I looked down and saw that I pulled a cord out with my foot adjusting my seating so I could see a little bit better. So yeah, that was a panic. But outside of that, no, it was the nerves. The nerves are gone. I would say after the first round of home runs during the contest when I start calling the names and start getting in the groove of things.
Well, I got to see you, and you did an incredible job in the booth.
Thank
So
you.
I hope that you get this opportunity next year,
Well,
and hopefully I can make a little trip down to Minnesota and I can check it out for myself.
yeah,
It'd be awesome to see you in the booth do your thing.
Yeah, Pods,
You
that
did a
was a big reason
spectacular
of going
job,
out
Bub.
there
Thank you.
and taking the big swing that we did. I mean, we've never broadcast anything live like this, but to take a big swing, and I got to meet the social media gal for the Thielen Foundation down on the field during the game. And she's like, oh, that's great. People were asking us how they could tune in. And like this year, we had our hiccups, cameras out of focus. We don't really have the equipment to do this, right? We kind of brought what we had. And like,
This
we
is
can
a
make
building
something
block
work
for the future, though.
Yeah. So now looking ahead, that it's like, hey, anytime you're doing something that you're having, because I would expect them to do a little bit more now, right? Now that Adam's retired and CJ's retired. And that's why I was kind of, I made sure to go and talk to both of them after the game, shook their hands a few times, like, hey, we're here. Like, here's my card. We would love to work with you. I have a foundation that I work with as well. We'd love to collaborate, but we'd love to support you, right? If we can come and we can add something to it without having to bring a huge budget with us, right? Like, we'll find the money, right? Like, we'll figure out how to get here. We want to be here and be a part of it. So I think that goes a long ways, especially when you start working with the foundations that are around these. And that's not to say that they wouldn't pay, right? But if you're not coming in looking for a paycheck, it changes the relationship, right? And it makes it something that I think is going to be.
I definitely think a goal of ours going forward and doing this next year, try to get one of those banners hung up in the outfield. I don't know how much they cost, but it'd be kind of cool.
Even if it's that,
yeah,
right? Even if it's that, and
even if we print our own, it's like, hey, hang this up, But no, I gotta say, I gotta hand a lot out to Bubba there because he's definitely the hype man. The brains behind the operation. He's the one that went out and got it. Like I said, I kind of threw it out there jokingly a little bit, but Bubba was 100% in it. And
now you boys know I don't. The sarcasm doesn't fall on me when our group chat. So you better make sure that you actually are available and want to do something when you say it. I'm gonna pull Pods out. Let's bring Shady in and get some questions from Shady. I know he's got some good ones. Shady, your turn.
All right. Oh, I was watching too. Yeah. So, B, I don't know, man. You were killing it. I loved I loved when I was a kid. That was the only other thing I wanted to do was be an announcer.
Oh, so yeah.
I was waiting for the B-isms and stuff like that. I was like, my man could be the next Paul Hyman. We could start an auction, a softball tournament. We could have it all going. So I could have a circus in the outfield. No, it looked great. I missed the Justin Jefferson thing. Walk us through that because I got to hear that.
So he came in, like I said, unannounced. The first inning, I forgot who they had pitching, and got through it. And then the second inning, he came out and gave up a home run right away. So Thielen switched him and had Jefferson pitching, which he was doing pretty good. And fourth or fifth inning, he had a ball hit right up the middle to him, and he went to go. Instincts is to go to glove hand or non-glove hand and try to grab it. Yeah. And he pulled back quick, and me and Bubba up in the booth because he came up for a little bit, and our heart stopped, and we're just like, no. It's just like, yep, that would have been something to get an injury, and then the KLC's like, yeah, kibosh on that for next year. This is it, But no, it was fun. I mean,
I'm glad y'all are doing stuff because, like, I was thinking about it while y'all were talking. It's time for that next generation to come through. I had a Madison Bumgarner. Well, I didn't see him, but somebody was talking about Madison Bumgarner. Everybody knows his story. He created his own fake name and stuff. He's apparently doing fishing tournaments now. So that's what he's into. He's not doing tournaments. I guess Hunter Harvey, he's my age. He's coming around, but we got to get more tournaments down here in the South. So I'm glad people are doing charity stuff out where you're at.
No, it's definitely, he's been doing it since 2018. I think the fundraiser started, and maybe the year after he did the charity softball game. And it was a good crowd. I would say, Bubba, you might be able to be more accurate, but I would say there was probably about a good 2,000 people there.
The stadium holds about 8. I'd say there between 15 and 2,000 probably spread out because you had some up in the upper deck, the sponsor deck, right? The people who paid big money to be there had the section, so there was some up there. The biggest thing, man, there are a ton of kids there, man. Ton of kids, ton of families.
And you could tell And you could tell, I mean, from where I could tell a little bit, but I know Bubba was down on the field level more. The players were having a blast, signing stuff and then getting up there in that bat. And they were probably joking around in the dugout. A couple guys were just sitting out in the outfield on the fence, just waiting for something because it wasn't a typical lineup for softball. They pretty much had, I think, 5 or 6 outfielders, 5 infielders, a pitcher, and a catcher. So they just let everybody go out there and play. So it's kind of like a little league type thing or t-ball.
Oh yeah,
just let everybody go out there and play. So,
that's what.
But no, it was definitely. I honestly can't wait for my next opportunity.
I was gonna say, Coach, what's the third question? I know you got a football question. I don't have any football questions.
Hold on, coaches on me. There we go.
My first question would be, how many times did you catch yourself being like, "Oh shit! Like I'm right here. I'm in the thick of it." Like I just.
I would say after once it was weird getting set up. Bubba's helping me set up stuff and seeing the players start getting onto the field and getting the home run contest in there. And then actually, I think what really got me was I wasn't a fan when the national anthem was sung. I was up in the press box, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm up here instead of down there, and and then just calling the names, it was just like, how unreal is this? And I mean, it was a good time.
Right. Yeah, no, and shout out to Bubba. Honestly, like we've said it multiple times and even in our group chat, but I mean, dude can work magic. And so, shout out to him.
I will say right now, if we're doing awards, he's the promoter of the year. I mean,
100%.
I'll take that one, boys. Thank you.
Absolutely. How, was it the Justin Jefferson scare? Was it like everybody went silent real quick, or like?
I mean, I don't know what the fans did. I mean, there was no air in the press box when we were up there. And you can kind of see he kind of laughed. So somebody said something to him. I'm guessing Thielen kind of did because he had a big smile on his face. But yeah, he probably wouldn't have got hurt. But again, we don't want to take that chance with our prized possession there. Yeah, it was
hands are insured for multi-millions, right? Like,
right.
And the guy, I mean, he catches freaking fastballs off of these quarterbacks, right? JJ can whip the ball around, so it's not like he couldn't handle.
Oh, he had a cannon on him too from third.
Right, it wasn't that hot of a shot. You
still don't want to take that chance.
You're like, that is like the one thing during the game that you did not want to see besides somebody else like pulling up with a hammy or something, right? Yeah. Which I mean, Aaron Jones's triple, nobody was really running hard, but Aaron Jones dug it out for a triple.
Oh yeah, Aaron Jones dug it out for a triple.
The game actually was crazy, man. The game,
there was a lot of celebration coming down third baseline after the home runs. A couple people tried to do the gritty and some other dances. Thielen walk. I think for me to top it off, just outside the experience, was being able to call a game-winning home run in my first game. I mean, it was set up too. Thielen came up, I think it was like the first or second pitch, and sent it yard. I actually thought the guy caught the ball because it was that close. And Thielen started running. I'm like, wait a minute. I was just like, wait a minute. Did he just catch the ball? And the guy just started jogging in. I'm just like, oh my God, he did catch the ball.
He could have.
Oh yeah, he caught
it, and he just kind of like watching it.
He had his glove up there.
It barely cleared the fence, man. But these guys understand what it is too. To have the man, the star of the night, the man who put it all together, get to hit that walk off. They know the moment too, and that was a really cool thing to watch them. Everybody understanding what it meant, what we're there for.
And I think another surprising part, and Bubba, we talked about a little bit, is how not tall and big these guys were. Like Dallas Turner, looked like a bigger version of Cody. I mean, he did.
I will say that you were watching the game from 40 feet in the air.
Yeah, I was
right down next to these dudes. They
Yeah.
are every bit as big. Now, is Dallas Turner a little skinnier than like a Jadeveon Clowney, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a different defensive end. But Brian O'Neill is a massive human being.
Oh yeah, right. And there were some people that you thought would have had a good swing and looked like a T-ball swing. I mean, I'm not going to name people because I can't remember, but
I got a little inside track on that too. So there was somebody that was talking that played. So it was Paul, my friend Paul. Shout out to Paul Schlapfeld, who came.
Hey, Paul.
Paul played a bunch of softball, right? He was a baseball player and then into men's softball. He was like, no, that other pitcher for the defense, he was throwing junk. He knew what he was doing and had played some men's softball. He was throwing some crazy, change ups and curves. He was throwing some drop balls and stuff at him. And these guys were just way out in front on everything. And when they finally started selling it in fourth, fifth inning, I think the offense, because the defense was up big. The defense was up big.
I think it was 5-1 going into the fourth, I think. And then Jefferson had a 3-run shot. And then I think maybe Thielen followed it up with a back-to-back shot. And then the offense took over after that. And then the defense came back later. And it was 15-15 going to the bottom of the sixth. And it was I think all but 2 runs were scored on home runs.
Oh, wow.
Cody is slowly losing his light. We are just getting. This is a beautiful sunset, though. I think you can't see Cody, but that's not bad.
Who cares?
That's not bad. Let's.
But Bubba Danielle. I mean, she made out with a heart. Some souvenirs with the Adam Thielen jersey and the CJ Ham.
They had the silent auction.
The one thing I wanted.
I went to promote it, and she's like, "Shut up." She's like, I got bids on 2 things. So she ended up getting a signed Thielen jersey and a signed Van Ginkel.
Van Ginkel, that's cool.
Thielen was a Vikings jersey. Yep. The Van Ginkel was one of the actual, the event jersey signed. Yep. And she got both of them for under $500. And then the batting gloves they were wearing during the home run derby, we got those too. They were sitting on the fence after the game and just sitting there. And I was like, hey, Adam, are these yours? And he's like, no, man, they're yours now. I was like, cool. And I was like, I should have had you sign them, but I didn't have a pen or anything. And I'm like, whatever, man. We'll throw them in a case with the jersey and we know where they came from. But all the players wore those. Everybody that was a home run derby had those gloves on, right? So, yeah, we're going to be swabbing that thing.
No, definitely. I can't wait. I hope we have big plans over the year. To be better prepared for next year's softball game and whatever other charity events they got coming up. But
brother, we threw that entire thing together in 10 days.
10
days from conception of and even shorter than that, because I didn't plan on broadcasting until Rap said something like 2 days later. So a week from we're going to do this to walking in and getting it done and having very little communication with them. We got permission. And then it was like, okay, well, we're going to show up and do this thing. And now being able to communicate with these people afterwards and to be able to reach out and to form those relationships next year, being the official broadcast on SPSN for this charity game and others out there. That was really the goal.
I definitely
have TJ Hawkinson.
You had Hawk on there after there.
We got that at our back pocket now. SPSN has done interviews with TJ. Got to meet Aaron Jones, who does a lot of veteran charity work as well and has a foundation of his own. I got to shake hands with all these guys, and I didn't really. I probably could have reached out to Jets and JJ and could have done it all, but I really wasn't. I wasn't there for that, right? I was there to connect with people that I knew we could connect with on that level. We have the connection with Showtime because of Marcus Serpicasso and the Vikings United show. So kind of made sure we wanted to talk to him. I didn't want to waste that opportunity. And just to go get a picture with Jettis is man, we got all the time in the world to do that, right? He ain't going nowhere on this team, hopefully. Vikings just got a new GM. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but that I'll have chance. But it's not.
But you definitely were out there. I like I said, I gotta give you props. You're out there. You weren't starstruck. You weren't shy. And that's one thing that CJ and Thielen both said is, if you want to make it, don't take no for an answer. Just keep going, keep asking questions, and So
I did have to give B a little encouragement in the press conference. There was two reporters that were asking the majority of them.
And they were kind of asking the same questions I was trying to ask.
Yeah.
And my first question, I forgot what my first question was. But then Bubba talked about retirement, and then I piggybacked off of that is when I asked Thielen about how
he dominated the back half of that press conference.
Yeah. My first question to both of them was, what do you tell young kids or people that are trying to become something like? And I said, like us in the podcast, trying to make it. And they just said, keep doing what you're doing, keep reaching out, don't take no for an answer, pretty much, and just if somebody turns you down, just keep going. And then I asked Thielen, and Thielen, I think gave the right answer. It was a different feeling, but he got to make more connections, and that's kind of, I think, what Bubba's contribution is or vision is just get out there wherever you got to go and make the connections, and you just never know what's going to happen.
That's
true.
Well, Bubba, remind me next time to sarcastically put in the group chat that I want to interview Ricky Fowler, Roy McIlroy, those kind of things.
Let's get Shohei through. I don't care.
That's funny you say that. Dan Davidson had him at his son's wedding last weekend. I could have gave you a word. I'm sorry, guys. You put it in.
That's the thing. I mean,
get us in the building.
I mean,
he was lit. He would have had us. He would have had Bubba in a heartbeat. His name's Bubba. Bring him on, my kind of guy. I was like,
I'm gonna say this: if I could interview one person from the Dodgers, surprisingly, it wouldn't be Shohei. If I could interview one person from the Dodgers, it'd probably be between Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts.
See, and you talk about that because Freeman was the first one that popped in my mind. If I could honestly get him to be honest about his contract going into the Dodgers. Then I would want to interview. I want to get his honest answer. Did his agent pull the wool over the Braves' eyes? Did was he expected to be a Brave his whole career? Stuff like that.
Well, that's interesting, B, because that's also kind of the same thing with Mookie is they win that World Series and then he gets traded not even a season and a half later.
Yeah.
And he pretty much, I thought Mookie Betts, with the way he played for Boston, was going to be a Red Sox for life. And next thing you know, he's a Dodger, and then you turn around not even 2 seasons later, and then almost a similar situation with Freddie happens, except it's in free agency because his agent completely just, duffed the deal. But we get 2 players who we thought were going to be lifetime corner pieces of other organizations who are now corner pieces of Dodger Blue. So I'm grateful, but I would love to interview one of those 2 just based on how crazy their story has been, because they both realistically won World Series with their teams and then ended up on the Dodgers very shortly after.
Yeah. I mean, if I could interview, one guy nowadays in baseball, man, there's I don't know. I mean, maybe it would be Freeman just because of that, but I mean, now the Twins, maybe, some of the younger guys, Buxton and Lewis. But there's not really a guy. I think most recent, maybe Pujols would be the guy I would, want to sit down and have a really good conversation with. So
he's a really good guy. He's a really good conversationalist. He used to live by my mom.
To some of the managers, I think the managers would be an even better interview. Guys that have been around in this league for, some of them a half of a century, Tony La Russa or something like that. To just if you're going to get to have a conversation, right? An hour. Go ahead, Shady.
No, you're right. You're right.
I think the managers would be good.
Did anybody see how NC State's coach ended his effing career? 30 years down the drain for new rules. Homie was in the batter's box and clock started, stepped out, clock was going, didn't get back in. Strike 3.
Huh?
That's it. Ball game.
Oh, I missed that.
The coach was livid for about 2 seconds, took his hat, threw it, shook hands, was hugging people for a minute. He's like, you see him, he's pissed. He's like, well, who am I kidding? I'm going home. Dude, NC State's coach literally ended his whole career regionals I think it was yesterday. Yeah. Time clock violation.
West Coast update, top seed UCLA got knocked out too by nobody.
Yeah, they did.
That's the first time that's happened in the tournament, I think, in a while.
That's all right.
So
Yeah, it's weird that it's already college World Series time.
That's crazy.
Sooner or later it'll be, a couple months and we got the Little League World Series starting up. So
a couple months we got the Canton game, and then a little bit after that we got the season. We're like what?
Yes, sir.
4 weeks away, 5 weeks away from preseason.
Yeah, enjoy the next 4 weeks. Cody took his vacation at a perfect time. It's unfortunate that it came at a moment that in the same week that we got an unreal opportunity, because Cody would have walked out with a job, right?
Cody, Cody, did you ever forward Danielle money for any drinks? I mean,
no, I didn't. I still got her on those drinks though, but yeah, I'm going to try my best to never miss an event again. I'm not going to say never, but I'm going to try my best. So,
man, I don't know if can you guys see the comments? They are going crazy.
No, we can't.
What they say?
What, you going to share them with us? Or?
Yeah.
How bad are they?
And awesome. Oh, I love it. I'm leaving all of those. Thank you, you two. Go crazy. No, the experience overall before we get into.
Oh, I see why you're not showing them.
Yeah. But hey, we'll take the engagement. We need this. We appreciate this.
So Bubba, on your hand, I mean, you gave my perspective. I mean, you're down on the field. I mean, what was your perspective? I mean, your experience. I know you've done it before. So
yeah, cool. Well, here, let's go around the horn again. I'm gonna let the boys check out the comments because this is too funny. But yeah, so for me, you were up in the booth, I was down on the field. So right next to the home dugout, there's like a little pit there.
Yep.
It's kind of the media pit. So we got there. All the other media people got out on the field. Now they sped expressly in our thing, like you don't have field access and stuff. So I didn't push the issue. I had to, if I would have been alone
until the end of the game.
If I'm solo, I'm out there, man. There ain't nothing stopping me, but Danielle's with me. She's just not like that. I'm not going to be there to make her uncomfortable. So we just kind of sat in that pit, but that's where everybody was coming out. CJ's there signing autographs for all the kids. All the kids were right there filling up that tunnel and really just like, hey, will you sign this? There was an officer from the St. Paul PD there, and he was grabbing stuff from the kids, making sure it got in the dugout to the players and then getting it back to them. So we were right there, but Aaron Jones was right there. JJ came over and signed. I got a ton of pictures. You guys go check out our Facebook page. I posted a bunch of stuff over there. We'll have a lot more rolling out. I was too damn busy to really get anything out there in real time, as far as it was kind of a you had to be there moment for everyone, not just Cody. And so for me, it was so massive to just be able to stand there, to talk to these guys, to communicate, to not be starstruck and to not be scared to say something, being respectful. I think there's a line where you want to be. I don't mind asking them to, take a picture with my wife real quick, or to have, a moment and just give me some of their time to talk about our foundation and possibly working more together. But a great experience, man. I mean, I was 5 feet from Jetta's and all these guys. Right
you made a comment, I think it was on Rap Show, the chemistry or the cohesiveness that you felt that the offensive side had with JJ. Can you explain a little bit more on your feelings on that?
Right. Well, and it was, notable at least, and I felt to bring it up to on Rap Show, the Vocal Vike channel. Make sure you check out our guy. That Kyler Murray was listed on the roster when they released it on Tuesday. Like so
was Max Bosner, and so was Wentz.
Yeah, so and I understand that, some guys maybe commit or some their agent says, yeah, he'll be there, and then they don't know. Like, things break down. So I just thought it was worth mentioning, hey, the guy said he was going to be there. He wasn't there, but JJ McCarthy was. I will say that as much noise as there is in Vikings fandom right now and around the media about the quarterback battle that's going on, that these players don't have any animosity or anything. Like, you can't tell. He's still there. JJ does all the right things, says all the right things in that locker room. Now command of the locker room might be a strong word, right? He still has relationships with these guys. So at an event like this, not surprised that he's there and everybody's chumming it up. I think you'd really have to put it on some of these players to, say at the end of the day, everybody wants to win, right? Yep. But these team bonding things like this and other that they do, Kyler hasn't been here. He hasn't had time to communicate with these guys. They haven't gone through a season together. He gets signed in the offseason. They have OTAs this week. Sometimes some of these guys probably met him for the first time this week, right? If they haven't played against him or they haven't, and even if you play against the guy, doesn't mean that you met him after the game and shook hands and everything. So I think there's a lot to it. I think it says a lot about these players, and Aaron came out with some words this week on another podcast that Rap had featured as well, that Aaron Jones speaking very highly of the young man as well. And so I think there's still a lot of belief in that locker room that JJ McCarthy can prove himself to be the guy. Does that mean he's better than Kyler Murray? I don't necessarily know that he has to be better. He can be sufficient, and you're getting him on a rookie contract for 3 years. And that's why I've always stated that, like, for the Vikings, and not to make this a football show, the best thing for the Vikings is that JJ McCarthy can give you maybe an 80% or 85% of the player that Kyler Murray can be in athletic ability and all the things, and you're still going to win a lot of ball games. So I think that's always kind of been my standard, but there was no standoffishness from the players towards JJ McCarthy. So as much as a lot of fans have given up, a lot of media have given up, and a lot of other things have given up on him, this team has not. And I think that was noteworthy for me.
Yeah. No, you're down there. You got. I can see there's moments where I think Bubba really wish he did jump on the field quick and get some better pictures. I mean, just the way he was looking around. And
that ain't our content anyway, man. I got Hawk on the show, right? It was all about building relationships to the future. So when I reach out to these guys on Instagram, they recognize the faces that they saw and the logo and stuff. And shout out to B for getting us some fancy SPSN shirts to wear, so we look pretty official down there. It was about them getting to know them and having that name in their heads and the name of the show, so that when we reach out, maybe we can get them on an interview sometime, right? And we can bring them into this and get to talk about me. I'm always leading with the foundations, man. The weight of these players is through the work that they do off the field, right? And that's where you can get them in. Yeah, you can pop a few football questions into that, but when you want to get to know them as a man and you want to get to know what they're doing in the community, I think that's a much better conversation to go around to, and to get them in and to bring them in as human beings first and as football players second.
Yeah. No, it was dumb. I mean, yes, it was hard at the media not to, give a lot of, football questions to both of them. But I mean, I think they handled it good. The questions they got asked, even the football questions, Bubba, you had the one about, what's retirement like? And I think CJ had the best comment on he didn't know how much information was all in his brain that's not there no more or something like that, because, now he can focus on his kids. And, I think they both said that, now they can focus on their kids. They can focus on what their kids are doing and not have to rush off to practice and, stuff like that. Thielen said that Thielen said he wasn't going to play because he didn't want to mess up his golf stroke. So then he ended up playing.
And ended up hitting the game winner, walking off.
Yeah, he had a couple.
Pretty awesome, man. Yeah. It was an incredible experience, top to bottom. I look forward to being involved with them next year, and that's how a lot of these things work. I mean, some of the events that we've done 2 years in a row now, like you get on that list. Right. And then you don't have to necessarily reach out again. They reach out to you. Sometimes it's a little late, like the Cinch playoffs last year. I think I got a call like maybe 10 days before the event, and they're like, "Oh, you're in as approved media." And I was like, "Oh, I had other plans." I quickly canceled those plans. It was like, I don't know.
Yeah, you cancel plans, Cody, when you got something that came up like this. You cancel plans.
He dipped out. He was tired of getting a hard time, I think. The lady's probably ready to go to sleep. I know that they got to travel and everything. We can talk a little bit of baseball tonight. My Cubs have been sucking. They finally ended their losing streak, but they're back in there. We'll check some standings and at least get a little baseball talk in there. They're actually on tonight, and we got a subscription to Peacock, so I'm gonna go watch Sunday Night Baseball and get that. So just a quick overview.
You don't want to go watch them right now. I won't tell you the score,
I saw they were down 5-0, but I don't get to watch it, so I ain't worried. I still get to.
And that's the thing. The lovable Cubs. I mean,
I am excited to be at home on my own couch with my cats, watching my own TV. Like the hotel accommodations we had over the weekend were fine, but there's something to be said. I mean, we were running, we just didn't do the softball game. We shot 18 holes of golf on Friday, and then we went out and we covered the Minnesota Monsters game and another veteran charity event on Saturday morning. So like we were slamming and running 18 hours a day. I came home. We got home at midnight last night. I literally brushed my teeth and I was out. I was done, man.
You got to ask though, how was the lasagna?
The lasagna was freaking incredible. Shout out to Paul's wife, Laura. Always takes good care of me when I come up to town. I'm very appreciative of her. So let me share the screen here, get the standings up on the board so we can pretend we're a baseball show for 5 minutes.
Yeah, Bubba, you were gone so long, I grew a beard.
You did grow a beard.
So
I noticed that. I was like, "Hey, Pods is coming. Hey, look at Pods."
I thought, I was thinking too. I was like, he either just got that midnight shadow going, or it's coming in pretty.
I left. Pods was a boy. I come back and he's a man.
Yeah, Pods is like, yeah. He's like, I got a tattoo, a misdemeanor, and I smoke cigarettes now. What's up?
Well, I got tattoos, but
tattoos of Pokemon and shit. You got a real tattoo? Where's the teardrop?
Yeah. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. Only in Cali.
All right. Rays still atop the AL East, but the Yankees now, of course, nipping at their heels, which you knew was going to happen. Look at that freaking 7.5 game.
A lead on the wild card. I mean,
yeah, that's wild. The AL is just kind of a mess this year. I don't know now, and I wonder if this isn't a lot to do with the NL now having the DH as well, right? Kind of evening things out in that league. I don't know if we're seeing kind of effects of that, or it's hard to tell.
I think the effects are over. I think everybody's just used to it now that the NL has to use the DH all the time. I mean,
well, it just it used to be that the best hitters towards the back end of their careers could go over to the AL. They could go to one of those 16 teams, or and they could just live there, or 15 teams rather, right? And they could just live there. And now you have 30 teams that can do that with some of the best hitters. So I don't know, it like dilutes that pool of just.
It does. I mean.
Well, Giambi's a great example of that, right? Towards the end. And I mean, he always played in the AL, but it was something that the Yankees, always went out and found that guy that's like, look, buddy, you don't have to go out in the field, right? Like, you're not doing that. And now that both leagues have.
Well, and that's the thing with when the Twins signed Tomei, he made a comment that he didn't have a glove anymore. He's like, yeah, you're not coming to play the field. You're coming to DH, and that's all you're doing,
Right.
So, and if we do need to play, we'll find you a glove. But yeah, you're in the lineup.
The Chicago White Sox are in a wild card spot right now. This is wild. We're about to start June tomorrow.
Look at that. Okay, the Indians lost 2 in a row. White Sox won 5 in a row. Everybody else is on a nice little losing streak there.
There you go. That's okay. We're getting back.
Yeah, Royals and Tigers, the season's done.
They're folding it up.
All the Tigers are, they're struggling.
I mean.
And they were supposed to be one of the good teams.
And they disrespected Scooble, what they did with Framber Valdez this last offseason. We already saw how that happened. So Scooble's gone. He's either going to be a Yankee, a Dodger, a friggin' Astro, maybe a Met. I don't know.
Maybe Braves could use some help, right? I mean,
we'll take him, but
can they afford him?
20, like that's wild. We are 2.5 months into the season.
Yeah.
Right? 2.5 full months in, you've lost 20 games.
Yep.
That's wild. That's a wild one.
You're 9 up on the Nationals, 9.5 up on Philly. I mean, the Mets and the Marlins are definitely the bottom.
Look at this NL Central.
The Central's crazy. That's what I keep looking at.
I mean, we've been talking about it all season, and it's going to be a slugfest in there. Really disappointed in the Cubs dropping the 3.
Not a single team with a losing record.
Milwaukee.
That's crazy.
Nope.
They just got it. There's demons there that need to be exercised with these Cubbies against the Brewers. And I don't know if it's the curse of council kind of coming over and this Brewers team just now having his number. But this is, and we've talked about their 2 10-game win streaks, right? And I don't know how long that losing streak was. It must have been in that 7 or 8 game range, I'm guessing, in there. But it was, and it might have been a full 10-game losing streak as well. Maybe they popped a game in there in between. But when you are a streaky hitting team, which the Cubs are kind of becoming known for, PCA can be a streaky hitter, Dansby the same way. A lot of these other guys, Nico's probably your one guy who's really consistent out there, Nico Horner. But a lot of these other guys, Seiya Suzuki can be extremely streaky. When they're on, they're freaking on, man, and everything's leaving the park.
But when they're off, their at-bats are embarrassing.
Right. And you just don't know, like, how do you balance that a little bit? The 10-game winning streaks are awesome, but to be in the tank and to lose 10 in a row is demoralizing. And when you have a pitching staff that's having some injury issues, right, that can really hurt you. And it wasn't the pitching that was losing in those games. It was some of the, I think 3 or 4 of the games in that losing streak, they got shut out. Like, how does a team with this much salary and this many guys out there, like, get shut out 4 out of 10?
I don't know.
Like, that's crazy.
Ask the Mets.
Ian Happ.
Fair enough. But I wonder if a little bit of that is the era of launch angle and everybody just kind of going for broke on the home runs, where PCA went 4 for 5 last night. Missed the cycle, but just barreled everything up. And it was, 2 singles, a double, and a long home run. And it's like, look, you don't always have to just go out there and swing for the fences. And I know it can probably be tempting when the wind is howling out at Wrigley Field, right? Yeah. That you're like, man, all I got to do is put one in the air here. But it becomes a different plate approach. I would like to see them be a little bit more, let's just get on base, not necessarily having to play small ball, right? Like, you don't have to be bunting everybody around, but go hit some singles. Go put one in a gap once in a while.
Go get on base.
But that's the thing is, though, is that the whole mindset is you need strong pitching to go up against these strong hitters, and the strong hitters, all they want to do is just smack it out as far as they can. And, I mean, I've said before, and I think I've said on this, I will take a roster of 25 guys from the 80s and 90s against any team nowadays.
Oh, absolutely, B, because if you take a roster from the 80s and 90s, maybe the newer team will hit more, the modern team will hit more home runs, but guess what? The 90s team is going to beat them 9-3.
Yep.
Like, if you were to play a 7-game series.
What's that?
Phillies, after firing their manager and naming Mattingly the interim GM, are now a game and a half out of the wild card after being at the racing the Mets to the bottom of the NL East, and now looking like they're going to be fighting for a wild card spot for the next 3 months. Like, that's a crazy
There's an interview right there, Bubba, that I'd love to do is Don Mattingly.
Right. That would be massive, right? Love to. We have a little bit of a relationship with the Baseball Hall of Fame, too. I know some people that work with the Hall. We're trying to figure out what the content looks like and everything. So I'm going to get a pitch together here in the next month to have to bring to them. And, maybe we could get included into into some
let's see.
Maybe all-star game action, right? Where's the all-star game this year? Anybody know?
Texas?
No idea.
I'm going to look
Is
it
it
up.
in Texas?
Could be.
Man, Texas in July.
Is it in Atlanta? Didn't they get the new stadium this year?
No, it was in Atlanta last year.
It's in
Cal
Philly.
Raleigh, yeah.
It's in Philly?
Yeah.
it's in Philly.
So,
I'm good.
so since Don Mattingly has taken over as interim manager April 28th, so a month into it, he's 21-10.
That's a pretty damn good record.
Yeah,
that's about right.
Yeah. The 666 win percentage, man.
Yep.
What was he doing before he became the interim manager?
Wasn't he like on the bench? Batting coach?
He was one of the coaches, defense head or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, Ron Washington was the assistant for the Braves for 10 years after Texas, and then went back and coached again here recently. I mean,
This is pretty wild for me, and I know that they aren't the teams of the the aughts that were just dominant with the Giants, but that's the where wow for me. An under 400 win percentage for the San Francisco Giants. What pods, and maybe you'll know, I know you're out there on the coast, what has been the implosion of this Giants team? I mean, did they just not, was it going for it so many years in a row and keeping some of these long contracts that they had in place that has just kind of, because they've not been the same, since
you want my honest opinion?
Yeah, I do.
Because it's kind of brutal.
Give it to me.
My father-in-law is actually a Giants fan. You guys know I'm a Dodger fan, but I'm objectively looking at this. When the Giants were at their best, because you guys remember I like the Royals too, is when they were the scheme fit team. They had the guys who did the right things at the right times. They had a lot of people on their team that you didn't know about. Like the most notable people that you knew about on the San Francisco Giants during those World Series runs was like Pablo Sandoval, Madison Bumgarner, and Posey. And maybe Lincecum.
Sergio Romero. Nobody remembers
Lincecum, but Tim, with his hip. The thing that I'm seeing right now with the Giants is they have really gone heavy after getting some big names, and these big names don't really fit into their system, and they've gotten away from their farm, and that's like used to be one of the big reasons that they were really successful was how well they produced prospects out of their farm. Right now they have the worst run differential in the entire major league. Like they are the worst offense in baseball by a very, very I think it's a slim margin right now because there's another team that's competing with them.
The Rockies are awful. Minus 83 for the Rockies, but the Giants are right there at minus 48 run differential.
Yeah, so we don't count the Rockies because they're not a real team and we don't beat up on poverty franchises. So
why? Everybody did for the Twins since 91, so
But the thing with the Giants is just
look at now. You got me looking at stats, brother. Look at this differential here to the number one team, right? Like that's a wild stat.
Are you talking about the Rays?
Well,
the Rays at 19,
the Rays,
and the Yankees at almost 100.
And then the Yankees are almost 100, and some of these teams are these first place teams. Like I think this isn't a crazy number. 30. The 109 is crazy. The 130 of that, like when they beat teams, they beat them into submission with your, the Dodgers and the Braves and the Yankees, obviously. But that doesn't. It's crazy to look at like this one because it's not necessarily turning into first place in the division. Now they're right there, nipping at their heels, right? Same amount of wins, but it's kind of just a wild stat to look at.
In that case too, some of these baseball teams are kind of like football teams. They have heavy loaded offenses, but they struggle in the field. Like, great, you put up 4 or 5 runs, but you gave up 7.
Yeah. So Shady, you're the arm of our staff here. You're set to face like the Dodgers lineup now. I mean, what's going through your mind? I mean, I know you believe in your stuff, but I mean, you're just like, man, I make one mistake. Any one of these guys can take me yard 9 times out of 10. I mean, what would go through your mind? Yeah.
Okay, so they give you the scouting report usually on the bus, so you get your scouting report. You'll have a detailed thing of if they're a pull hitter, spray hitter, this and that, what their tendency's been. These are the last 25 at bats. These are the last 50 at bats. You're a righty. This is his last 50 against a righty. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. There's no good answer. I would weigh on the side of being Trevor Bauer, Trevor Scooball, who's some other people who just don't listen. Like that's I would be that guy. Just go out. Look, coach, you got 5 innings. I'm not coming off the gas. Okay. Like, every one of them is gonna be right here. It's gonna be, is it gonna hit me?
It's like either my stuff is working or it's not. Well, that's kind of how you have to approach those juggernaut teams, is like, if my stuff's going, then it's going, but if I get peppered, I get peppered.
Let me fix you on that one. If they can kill me with a line drive that comes back, it becomes a misdemeanor. Either you're getting hit or it's a strike. Either you swing and your finger goes or it's a strike. I don't care. That's the only two options. If I can't hit the spot, it's over. Because, I mean, seriously, it does. It becomes like you're gonna let the changeup hang out against Shohei on 82.
He's killing that.
Don't do it, buddy.
Is it as easy as just to go out and to just attack the strike zone and to throw strikes and to not walk guys? Like these guys are going to get theirs and mistakes happen. You're going to leave a pitch in the zone, right? You're going to have those mistakes, but making those mistakes not cost you a 3-run home run can make a massive difference, that you're maintaining them to solo shots. Because I think, you know, we have Shota Imanaga on the Cubs, and he's kind of famous at this point. Early home runs are like the bane of his existence, right? But it's usually a solo shot early in the game, and then he locks it in for the next 5 innings. And it's like you're going to get tagged at some point. Is it just a matter of like limiting the damage that you do and then just go and pepper the strike zone as much as you can and keep the ball low and not giving up something in you know, upper in the strike zone that has that chance of getting lifted out of the ballpark?
Yeah, that's Yamamoto for us. He'll give up like a solo shot in the early stages of the game, and then it's just lockdown city after that.
Yeah, 100%. That's where the surgical mindset takes place. If you can do that, because by the 3rd inning, they're going to have their second chance to come around. If they have a second chance to see you and you're messing up, and then your mistakes start happening, it's going to unravel. If you let a mistake happen early, and then you got your scouting report back here and start playing a little mind game, you're a puppet master, bro. Like, I don't like those guys, you know? Yamamoto, Scooby,
Shohei.
Yeah,
I mean, we talk about him as a pitcher enough.
Shohei still has a sub-1 ERA going into the third month of play. Like, that is insane.
Oh, hell, Shohei.
I think he has a .82 right now.
Oh, hell, Shohei.
I'm just, I mean, he's still not on the leaderboard because he hasn't qualified yet, but I'm telling you right now, man, if Shohei stays healthy for his whole career, I don't think I've ever seen a baseball player do this stuff.
Are you saying innings pitched wise he hasn't qualified?
Yeah, he hasn't qualified yet. No, he's not even on the
He's close.
How many starts has he had?
I'm looking.
They don't tax him. It's go out, give us 3 good innings, and we're happy with that.
We usually try to keep him like at 5, 6 at most if he's really dealing.
Speak about him like he's a horse.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned,
on the weekdays.
As far as I'm concerned, he's Pharaoh, and he's bringing us some Kentucky Derby, all right, in the form of the Commissioner's Cup.
There's no doubt that the Braves are going to go as far as Ohtani takes them. I mean,
you mean the Dodgers?
Dodgers. I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's all good.
Let's see. So he's got 9 starts, 8 quality starts.
Got a new jacket.
0.82 ERA, a 5.2 record, and innings wise, he's at 55 innings. So let me see. Who's the top here?
So does he start
he's not too far off. I mean,
I think he takes.
But is he not a part of the regular rotation and then just comes in and starts?
Well, they didn't start him right away. I don't think. Pod, you could question me on.
They do. They start him right away, but again,
did they start him right away?
Yeah, he always starts like he's either first or second. It's usually him, then Yamamoto.
Where they're like, look, we have other horses in the stable that we could lean on, but
I mean, you got Robleski who's having a season,
right?
You got Yamamoto who's having another season. Glasnow when he's healthy, but you've got Klein who's been really good for us.
Yeah, where are y'all hiding Glasnow? Speak. Where are y'all hiding Glasnow?
We're putting him back together with splints and paper mache and tape.
This is what I'm talking about. That's what happens when you move.
Yeah, so Yamamoto has 69 innings and Ohtani has 55, so he can't be too far off of getting in to the
But I will say
category.
this though: we talk about horses. Roki Sasaki in his last 3 games has been incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, rookie.
So are the
He's
Dodgers
looking
gonna be
like
all
what we.
Asian by the end of the decade?
They
What's
probably
that?
win the World Series.
Are
Maybe.
are
Yeah.
the Dodgers going to be all Asian by the end of the decade?
They might be the All-Star Japan team by the end of the decade. Don't be surprised if in like the next 4 seasons we get Murakami or someone at third base to replace Muncy. So
Yeah, they got. I'm looking at the staff right now, and I mean, some guys have only pitched. So who's pitched the most here?
be
So
the Tokyo Dodgers, baby.
Otani has the lowest ERA, 0.82, and then Hurt at 0.1 as a reliever.
Look at Tanner Scott's numbers. I know he just blew a save, but he's been incredible this season.
He's got 2.9 or 2.19. So I mean, everybody that's pitched decently is under that, 3 ERA. They got like a handful of guys above
ERA.
that. What's that?
What?
Shady, what was your career ERA?
I don't know. That's a good question. STBL, that would probably ended pretty badly. I don't know. That was probably about a 6. That was probably about a 6 on that one. I don't know. Other than that, though, respectable. No, I'm
Did
sitting
you,
here looking at the run differential. 120.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, how you gonna? Of course, all their ERAs are good. They come in with a 7-run lead. Everybody's
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, and that's got to take some comfort or get some in the comfort zone because, they come in with a lead or they know they're going to get a lead. So they don't have to stress out about that. I mean,
Shady, we mentioned the Little League World Series earlier, and I don't know, a lot of our listeners probably don't know, but you played in that, in that tournament and in that game.
I did not know that.
Did you pitch for your team in the tournament?
Yeah. Along the way, actually, okay. Fun fact about us: we're one of the only teams that played together from T-ball all the way through high school. Like we played together all the way. Most of those teams
describe that a little bit, Shady, because I don't think a lot of people understand that. Most of these teams that make it to the Little League World Series and in that, they are all-star teams, right? They are a city that said, hey, we are putting together a team from all the different Little League teams that are going to play the best of the best and to go out and to make it into the Little League World Series pool of play.
Yeah, the numbers we heard was usually the groups in Texas and California, Florida will pull from about 20,000, 30,000 kids. And then they'll build.
It's bigger than that now.
So and I'm talking 2004. So the internet was still cool, man. Kelly Clarkson had just won. We were on good times. But anyways, it's coming up. And
since you've been gone. Oh, sorry.
It was such a killer, man. It was such a banging time, bro. But we were actually picked from only 50 kids, and we'd all played together the entire time. And the only reason we picked the kids we picked is because everybody else was going on vacation. They didn't come. One of them didn't even play. He went to South Carolina with his grandfather.
Oh, was Cody on the team?
No, Cody wasn't. Yeah, they all went on vacation, so nobody was there. But yeah, it was. That's coming up. It'll be August 20th through the 28th, and that's just a hell of an experience. Everything is free, guys. So if you're looking for something to do in the summer, it don't cost any money. Little League Baseball, nonprofit.
Oh, you bet I am all looking it up as soon as we're off tonight and seeing if we can get media credentials to come out there.
Jan, we love you. Just if you see this anytime soon, Vice President, thank you very much for everything. Good to see you again. Been a long time.
Well, I think that's a cool angle, right? And we talked about a little bit of a relationship we have with the Hall of Fame and stuff too, that a lot of those guys are going to be around during that weekend. So maybe this is our angle. We have a player who played in it. I actually have one of my wife's cousins.
There's a lot of them played in it too. Yeah, they won't ever say it.
My wife's little cousin played in it last year. So he was in it with the Midwest team, man.
Good for you, buddy.
Camden Tees.
So Shady, I got to hit, since you did play in the Little League World Series, and now you see the little kids have their little, introductions to themselves.
Wait. Hold on, before you ask a question, I lived with Jerks and Profar. Old buddy can't pass his PEDs right now for the Braves. Me and him, he lived in the next room all month. Great guy.
So what would have your little motto been when we got the kid that says I'm so and so and I love hitting dingers? So what would have yours been?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
I'm shady and I make it move.
Yeah, my name's Ryan. My name's Ryan Grady. My nickname is, they call me Charlie Murphy. Chappelle Show is real popular.
Charlie Murphy.
I'm dead serious. So they cut that one after the first game. So it would go, my name is Ryan Grady. My favorite player is Andrew Jones. And I guess, I don't know, it was a hobby or something. Oh, my favorite food's pizza. I think that was what it was. I think that was what it was. I'll see if I can get that for us. I'll see if I can get that for us.
Oh,
Well, it's gotta be on YouTube somewhere.
Charlie Murphy.
It's pretty hard, man. Yeah. We got the questionnaire. Yeah.
Nice.
Which
Charlie Murphy, who's your man? Rick Jones.
Talk about pitching in one of these games, man. The stadium is packed, right, for all the games. They're absolutely to capacity. Now it's a lot bigger now, I think, than even it was back then. It was a big deal then.
It gets bigger every year.
Right. It gets a lot of media attention now. Talk about pitching in that game as a 12-year-old, right? From a small town in North Carolina, right? You're in a mountain town, and talk about stepping out there onto the field in front of, I'm assuming the stadium holds as many people as live in your small town, so everyone that is in one building essentially and watching and cheering you on. Who'd you pitch against? You remember?
So I didn't pitch at the World Series. I pitched before we got there, but I pitched against, I think it was Virginia or something like that. And then we did our consolation game and we all got to pitch against Japan. So I got to pitch an out against Japan, which was cool. We won that game, by the way, too. Even though it was a consolation game, we won that. But playing out there, so of course we all talked about it. So state started talking a little bigger, the papers and stuff, and media started showing up, and that's where I would have met somebody like us. This is the beginning of media. We were so freaking out at this. We're people are talking about us. We started changed the way we acted. We stopped listening to rap music as much because it's cussing too much. We thought the cameras were always on us and stuff. It was cool. Then the regional happened, then ESPN happened, and then the World Series happened. And by the time we got to the World Series, I'll say this, and I don't know how many people would go on record to say this. It wasn't a bad thing. It was an amazing thing, but it changed everything for people who had never seen anything like that, especially people from a small town who really had never seen a radio station, much less a TV station. And here we are looking at the ESPN bus, and we're getting interviewed by Harold Reynolds and stuff like that. It was a different thing when we were about to go out onto the field to take infield, and the lady with the headset said, "Hold up, wait, stop. We're in commercial, 30-second commercial break. Hold on."
It's what?
Oh, and she's doing that, and I'm standing on the stairs, looking around, okay, 30 seconds. So,
what year was this?
2004, Southeast team.
I gotta ask though, Shady, all those you say from because I get it. I come from a small town too, and I remember, and I wasn't even playing anything. I was watching a Michigan State game with my grandfather, the first college game I got to go to. That was public, that was being televised, and the Fox crew was there, and we got to be pretty much right next to the camera, and that was kind of surreal. So, how did you feel going up there to pitch? Were you getting clammy hands or anything? Or
no, you gotta tone that out. You gotta be the what's this? Yeah, it's me. Yeah,
Ryan Grady. There he is.
That's a true story. Yeah,
Biscuit Martin.
Yeah, Biscuit. Me and Biscuit still play golf to this day. No, so the two. Okay, let me answer Bubba's question first. 13,000 people in the hometown. Stadium's 20,000 people. Dick Cheney was at our game because we were playing Texas. I love those gloves. See, that's what I'm talking about. Daggone right, you take those gloves. Those are great gloves.
They were sitting there the whole game. They were sitting there. Danielle, sit down and talk to the guys. Come on. There's nobody watching. There's literally.
Come on, Danielle.
I'll recap the story for you. Those were his that he wore.
Well, they got some questions for you. You're the one who got all the autographs and got to hang out with these guys.
Yeah, for the buyers.
All right, guys.
He wore those.
Any questions for the lady of the hour? She had a way better time than I did. She got to be with everybody and to hang out. So any questions? We'll start with B with you because I know you were there, but we didn't get to interact a lot. We were working the whole time, and then we tore out of there. So
no, I guess I don't know. Me and Danielle talked a little bit, I don't know what her expectations were, but yeah, she looked like she was. I mean, what was the experience like for you being down, 2 feet away from Adam Thielen and all those guys, CJ Ham? I mean,
My first thing was like, Bubba, can we be down here? Like, so I was very awkward for a long time.
Okay.
That's why I didn't go out on the field. Like, I didn't want to push it at all. And without someone, like, she has to be told that you're good to be there, right? And I'm like, as long as nobody says,
my wife's the same way.
We're here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my wife will be like if we go to a game or something, we see like seats that have been empty all night long. It's like, hey, let's move on. She's like, no, those aren't our seats. Those ain't our seats. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, cool. Well, we're going to leave you two in the seats together from now on, love. And me and B are going down to the front row where they're not occupied.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever sat in my real seats at a game in my
Never.
life.
Nah.
Never.
Hey,
I can't tell you how
Todd,
many baseball games, man, that I've just snuck to the front row.
The last time I was in Wrigley, I had bleacher seats. And then I was walking around the concourse, and my buddy had bought in seats right along the third baseline, front row, third baseline. And so before the game started, it's pretty loose and stuff. And somebody had walked away, one of the ushers. So I went down and I'm kicking with him, give him a hug and everything. And I was like, I think I'll just stay here, And then as the game went on, nobody ever came to claim the seat. So I sat on the third baseline with a, $15 bleacher seat.
your seats.
There you go.
My seat.
They're my seats.
I ended up getting a ball off the field that game too, right? Like I let the guy, the ball boy, got the kids all hooked up. And then toward the end of the game, I was like, look, man, I got kids at home too, brother. Like, come on, help me out. Yeah. Eventually threw one over.
Yeah.
Cool. Appreciate that. Had some Wrigley Field grass on it, man. I made sure it stayed on there. I made it back home and put it up on the mantle.
Yeah.
Dude.
Pods,
right.
Any questions for Danielle while she's chilling? This is a rarity.
Yeah, Danielle, I gotta ask, like, B kind of touched on it and how it was being around those people, and you're like, oh man, am I allowed to be here? But like when you got to go into the silent auction and do all these other activities and get all this merch and stuff, like how was that? How did the silent auction go, and what was your experience just getting to do all the other stuff around the event?
Well, silent auction I did without Bubba knowing.
It was just on the phone. They had an app.
Oh.
But then I'm like going to promote it, and she's like, I got this Steeland jersey at $265 right now, man. Like, shut up.
Smart.
I got a jersey too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get drugged around with Bubba, so I'm usually just a shadow.
Yeah. Well, and free beers up in the press booth too. So I think she was more excited about that than anything. She went to order a beer and they're like, you're good. She's like, what's the difference between draft and bottle? And they're like, there isn't.
Matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Was the beer good?
It was Busch Light. So, I mean, you take that as it.
Liquid.
I got you.
It was
All
cold. It was cold.
All
And
right.
they had tomato
At least
juice.
it was cold.
Did you have a Bloody Mary too?
What?
Did you have a Bloody Mary?
I used
mean,
to use Bloody Mary mix for my.
Okay. I thought I saw a Bloody Mary mix. Okay.
The events have sophisticated drinks.
Shady, anything from you? She got the gloves. They were sitting there after the home run derby. Nobody wore them. So they were sitting there like right in front of where we were that whole time. So I'm eyeing them the whole game. And I almost at one point almost snagged them, right? But I was like, I'm going to leave them. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want to cause any friction. And then at the end of the game, nobody ever grabbed them. And Adam Thielen standing next to him. I'm like, Adam, like, hey, were these yours? And he's like, no, man, I don't know whose they are. They're yours now.
I was
like,
gonna say,
cool.
Yeah, it doesn't cause friction. I mean, a lot of times, I mean, you don't want to steal somebody.
Well, I wanted one of the gloves, one of the softball gloves or something. I thought about
Right.
snagging some of those up because they were like tossing them around to each other. Like guys were using them on the offense and then throwing them over to the defensive side and stuff. So like they were all brand new to start the game, right?
Yeah.
Nobody cares. All these
Not
guys
their
recycle
glove.
free shit all the time, man.
Yeah. All right, Danielle. So while you were walking around the complex, since you got to go places nobody was. Where was one room that you peeked in and you were like, I saw some cool stuff. Didn't get to go back, but I saw some cool stuff.
I don't know if that was really.
Yeah.
They had a little display when we came up the elevator. They had like a little trophy and some a cool little display there.
I'll tell you, my favorite was up in the press box. They have the organ player that's right center field. That was cool. I made sure I got a few pictures and met him as a musician as well. Right. Yeah. And I was like, man, this is one of the coolest jobs you can get. He's been doing it for
20 years. How many still have the organ?
See, Bubba
That's gotta be rare.
You could
wasn't it an organ or was it like a big old keyboard type thing?
It was just keyboards. It was a nice like Rhodes keyboard. You know, they're nice. They didn't have the full pipe organ.
Either way, I was like,
but it's still cool, man.
It's still
the same guy. Shout out to Andrew. Been doing it for 26 years at the St. Paul State Stadium. And I mean, me, I just go when I take her anywhere like that. She's like, can we be in here? And I was like, you look suspicious and you're making me look suspicious. Like, I'll just go do this shit on my own and then I'll bring you in later. Right. So, our media passes got us in everywhere. I mean, they weren't all access. We could have. There was little kids that walked in right to the dugout. Like these kids stand there with line, and then they're eventually like, this, I'm walking in. Nobody stopped them. They walked right into the dugout. I was like, we could.
I saw them coming off.
Yeah, and then them out. Straight dry snitched on them. Man, was like, hey, are those kids supposed to be in there?
No,
I saw walking out, hanging out like where Bubba and Danielle were, and then also I saw a couple dart in there. And hey, props to them. I mean, to take that chance.
Run.
I told them to go. I was like, hey, just take what you can get, man. If you can go get Jefferson's freaking autograph in the dugout, bro, like go do it, man. They're never gonna forget that moment, right?
No.
And they may never get an opportunity to do something like that again. And what are they gonna hurt, right? Like what are they gonna go in there and something bad's gonna happen, right?
I mean, to those kids, that's like the equivalent of us getting Randy.
I don't need to go get Jefferson's autograph. I got it right there.
There you go. And I just don't care about any of that stuff, man. My garage is a mess. Right? Like it's just going to get lost. I don't have display cases for any of this stuff. And I don't have money to go buy them either. Danielle's like, oh, look, they have these LED ones on Amazon, I'm going to put
go to Timo.
Yeah. No, because you never know what you're going to get. You're going to get it for a full-size jersey, and then you get one that's for a baseball.
Well, there's some things I've gotten. I'm just like, really? But like cases of stuff, I've been pleased with the few things I should say few things, but
surprisingly, Temu does good putters.
Really?
Here we go.
They do really good lab clones.
Yeah, good.
You see that one?
Mine wasn't working when we were out on the course. But I'll save some of those shots for Saturday.
I know this is the baseball show, but I just found out today that my team member golf tournament at the casino is going to be August. I gotta remember the date now. August 13th. So I'm going to get some footage on a very nice golf course for you guys.
There you go. Cameras rolling,
and I will be wearing my skunk hat at least.
You got it. No,
I might need to reach out for a couple more for my teammates, but we'll see.
What's nice about our golf content, because we're not trying to be, Grant Horvat or Bryson DeChambeau, that all we're trying to do is get clips of us shanking it as bad as possible and like one good shot. You get one good shot a week and 4 bloopers. That's what we need out of the content. That's achievable for where my handicap is at.
I got a long form video that I'm going to be putting up, and you watch the first hole.
I got to get 2 now.
Sale.
I got to get 2 now.
2.
Crap.
I had 2. I missed the birdie. I had a birdie putt lip out, right? I had one beautiful drive. Approach made it up there like a 6-7 footer. It had a nice line on it and literally just lipped out. It's just like, come on. I'll be clipping that one and putting it out there. Tap in for par though. I'll take it, man. That's
you're not satisfied with it though.
I don't golf enough to be good, right? I'm not out there playing, 72 holes in a week like Pods is, right? We're starting to expect more from Pods because he has the opportunity to go out. So when you only get to go out on the course a few times a year, you can't have the expectation of like, I'm going to be good. I've never had a lesson. I've never spent any time. Like we don't have a range at our local course that I can go hit balls on and perfect anything. So, but I don't mind putting a camera on myself and looking like an idiot. And
I will say this though, Bubba, you got a decent swing, man.
My swing looks great.
Like not Little League World Series baseball that I got to play.
But I'm flattered that you guys would expect more from me, but don't expect a whole lot from me until after June 23rd, because I don't get to get physical therapy on my shoulder till then. So some of the shots that you see are going to be especially bad.
Well, don't
so
hurt yourself.
don't you worry.
That's not worth it.
The worse, the better.
Like I got this one shot.
What
it's
is
on
that?
my long form video that I'm gonna have to
Oh,
clip.
y'all don't know what this is, do you?
What is it?
What is that?
Y'all don't know what this is.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sun
Daniel-
Drops?
Oh,
Sun
Sun Drop's delicious.
I haven't had one of those in years.
I forgot we got weird stuff down here in the South, everybody. Sorry, anybody on the West watching right now, don't worry. This is gasoline. It's 87.
Hold on, I gotta ask Shady this real quick. Shady,
What's up?
you guys are down south. Do you guys you have a Kroger, right?
Yeah.
So do you guys have like just in the 6-packs in the in like the alcohol section? Do you have just like the 6-pack Smirnoff screwdrivers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome. You go down
right
south,
up
get
front.
yourself
What are
a
you talking about?
Smirnoffs. I love them.
That stuff. Oh, God, yeah.
Shady, in North Carolina, do you have the Piggly Wiggly?
Oh yeah, it's currently getting robbed with a guy with a 2x4 right now.
Jesus Christ.
That was my favorite part of going to Tennessee as a kid from the Chicago area. We get to Tennessee and the Piggly Wiggly in Mount Eagle.
Big old pig.
They got in Florida. They've got I think they have it in other places too. They got Buc-ee's. That's a big one too.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's are Texas. Yeah, it's a Texas thing that's spread out now. I left my Buc-ee's cup in St. Paul at Paul's house.
That's the big like convenience store restaurant, right? Is that,
Yeah.
They make
Yeah, my
candy.
wife
Like they
and
do it
son.
all.
Yeah, my wife and son are actually traveling Father's Day weekend now with her mom. They're going on their weekly vacation from Father's Day. Their present to me. And they talk about going to
That's what I
Buc-ee's.
get Danielle for her birthday.
Yeah, so they're talking about Buc-ee's and how big this is, and it has everything in there. So yeah, they know what Buc-ee's is.
He's so sad. He's got some tears over that cup.
I'll get it back. I'll see Paul in a couple of months. I'm back up in Minnesota for the 3M Open. So
Word.
You
awesome,
lucky
guys.
duck.
You know what? I'm getting hungry again. I know I've eaten a few times today already, but I got a meal calling
It's
my
time for
name.
second lunch.
It's been a long weekend, man. A lot of driving.
Extended show.
Well, and we can't turn the AC on until I shut the show down. So been nice knowing you guys. Appreciate you. I don't know what's gonna happen here. It could blow up. We don't know. We haven't run it in at least 9 months. So prayers that it goes well. Good to see you, fellas. We'll be back Tuesday night. Vikings United. We'll obviously be talking about more about the event and everything. Vikings got a new GM, so we're obviously going to talk a little bit about that. But join us on Tuesday night, Vikings United. We got some more football talk. We're at the Minnesota Monsters game as well. Kind of touched on that a little bit, but baseball season's just really starting to heat up now. I hope everybody gets a chance to go and watch an MLB game. All you listeners, go take the kids, go have a blast. I hope to get to a Twins game maybe while I'm up in Minnesota in July and get to take one in. We will be at the Canaries, Sioux Falls Canaries at some point this year. But and I want to go and check out a St. Paul Saints game now that we know some people in the stadium there, see if we can't get
Bubba, let me know when you're coming back and I'll get some tickets.
Yeah, let's go. We'll make it happen. Pods, Shady, nice to see you. Pods, thanks for holding it down on Saturday on the Scratch Project. Appreciate it. We'll see everybody.
And maybe Cody will be off on vacation that he'll want to join us at the
He's
Twins
still
game.
fired, man. He's lucky we let him in. The only reason we let him in today is because he's still in Florida.
He's lucky I was
Love you, Cody.
Well, I'm gonna bring Danielle in on Tuesday night and get some shots in.
Oh, Shady, I was wrong. I was guessing you were number 14.
Oh, that's Dakota. That's D-Train.
And I'm guessing 2 over from you is Biscuits.
Oh, God, I don't know. I have to go look. That picture is actually in my room. It's in the other room.
All right, fellas. Well, until next time, everybody tune into the Scene Project Sports Network. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. A lot of great content coming out from us. All sports are covered here. We're working on some more great content for y'all. So appreciate everybody being on the show tonight. Thank you guys. And we will see you Tuesday night for Vikings United. Peace.
Peace.
Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in and tell you about a great new company that we just started working with. Skunked Golf Company out of North Dakota sent us some awesome gear. Man, they got some great stuff, y'all. We got some awesome hats. They sent us some great polo and collared shirts, some t-shirts, skirts for the ladies too, and some sweet visors. Go check them out. Skunked Golf online.